Last Thursday, during a presentation on how to reindustrialize France, the President Emmanuel Macron urged the EU to pause new environmental regulations, saying the 27-member bloc had already done far more than other major economies. Have a listen.
Moi, j'appelle à la pause réglementaire européenne. Maintenant, il faut qu'on exécute. Il ne faut pas qu'on fasse de nouveaux changements de règles parce qu'on va perdre tous les acteurs. Donc on a besoin de stabilité.
It's an announcement that prompted quite a lot of criticism, especially from left-wing politicians as well as environmental groups. For example, Manuel Bompard, a French left-wing politician, tweeted, "Climate change doesn't take a break. This request is irresponsible." However, Roland Lescure, who's the French minister representing the industry sector, defended Emmanuel Macron, saying Europeans emit much less than the population of China, the US, as well as India. He also claimed the EU is the only part of the world to have reduced its greenhouse gas emissions over the past 20 years. So is that true? Well, the first thing that we looked at is which countries are the largest greenhouse gas emitters in the world per capita. And according to a UN report published in 2022, the US is the largest greenhouse gas emitter with over 14 tons of CO2 emitted per capita, followed by Russia, 13 tons per capita, then China at 9.7 tons. So the EU is still one of the largest emitters, placing sixth with 7.2 tons per capita emitted, while the world average is approximately 6.3 tons per capita. So contrary to what the French industry minister announced, well, the EU emits 3 times more greenhouse gases than India. However, what's true is that the EU is one of the rare parts on Earth to have reduced its greenhouse gas emissions since the 90s. So these have decreased approximately by 24% for the European Union, according to the World Bank. The US's greenhouse gas emissions have increased by 3.7% over the past 30 years. China, on the other hand, saw its emissions increase by nearly 300% during the same time period. India saw a rise of 178%. So it's true that Europe is still moving faster than other countries when it comes to decreasing emissions. However, a United Nations report released in 2021 found that even if every country in the world pledged to reduce its greenhouse gases, well, the planet would still see an increase in temperature of 2.7 degrees Celsius by the end of the century, leading to what they say would be catastrophic changes unless countries definitely transform their economies.